Hey, the Thabreakmasta here, and this is gonna be my Naruto SD Rock Lee Springtime of Youth episode 4 review. Yes, so far it's really good episode, really good episode. So yeah, let me just get on to the first part. Then I'm gonna put the second part, and yeah. So the first part of this was we get to see Guy in this episode. Finally, he ends up coming back from a mission. Apparently, that's where he's been the whole time. I was wondering where he was, but he's been gone on a mission the whole time. So he's now coming back, and he wanted to have the secret training, well, not secret training, but this training for his students, and he needed to find out something, to find a certain training, and he's been thinking about this the whole time while he was gone. But he promised that he's gonna train him some kind of new technique, some new Kenpo, and Rocky's all excited about this. I can't wait until he comes and stuff. So, with all the excitement for him to come back and everything, he ends up hearing about this person. He's like, oh, this person did some lewd acts, and all of a sudden, and he ends up seeing that it's actually a guy that did the lewd acts. Something really strange. He was wearing this little swan outfit thing. It looks really weird, and he was like, it's like, no, this can't be true. And so they're gonna have to investigate to what happened of the scene, and Guy wanted them to do that to see where he was coming from. Apparently, this is some kind of secret training to figure out what he was trying to do at that moment, to why he did those lewd acts, because he basically kicked open the women's part of the bath place, and yeah, the woman was like, oh my god, and stuff, and he just sitting there and all smiling and everything. So yeah, so they started investigating everything. Well, Lee wasn't really exactly investigating. He was just acting stupid, honestly. And Tintin and Neji were going out trying to find some stuff, but they couldn't find anything, and they didn't know what to do. And Tintin ended up getting mad at Rock Lee because Rock Lee seemed like he was just joking and playing around, and Rock Lee's like, oh man, I know I shouldn't be feeling like this, or shouldn't be acting like this. I want to save my sensei. And so as he wanted to go to the hot springs, because that's what kind of ticked Tintin off, because he's like, why are you trying to do all this? Why aren't you trying to look for him? So without the argument, he's still going there because Neji's like, well, this is the hot springs. This is where it all happened. So we need to figure out what happened. This not Rock Lee's not all wrong in this. So yeah, so they end up going to the hot spring, and then Rock Lee ends up stumbling upon something, and he's like, oh my god, I see it. And what it is basically the style that Guy was trying to teach him, and this style is very weird. It's stupid, but yeah. So these band of bad guys, they look kind of like monkeys and stuff like that, and they're trying to attack Guy and everything. And then Rock Lee ends up coming, and he's like, I know what you're trying to teach me. And apparently the style that it was, the Kenpo that was trying to get taught, that Guy figured out, and why he did all this, was called it was the swan style, or the swan Kenpo. Basically, you're dancing like a swan. It's like regular, it's like ballet dancing. Basically, that's what the style is. And Neji was a part of this too. Neji had the same suit on too, doing some freaking Kenpo swan style, and it was stupid. It was funny, and yeah. So they end up figuring out that's what it is, and you find this little outrageous kind of way of fighting, but I guess it works. I don't know. It was really funny though, just seeing Neji in it, and he's just like, oh, I want to cry in the corner, because he don't want to he doesn't want to wear that stuff. So yeah, okay, here comes part 2. Okay, part 2 here. This one this part right here was really funny. I mean, the first part of the episode was funny, but this one just I cracked up too much. This was really funny. So basically it's Guy's and Kakashi's rivalry. And so we end up seeing those two. They're trying to battle with Guy has a cold, and so Guy, he's not prepared for this and everything. And Kakashi gets behind him. He does 1,000 years of death. He's like, ah, and he hurts him. He has to end up going to the hospital because he's sick. And that move wasn't that was the wrong move to have. And then when he did that to Guy, and Guy was just sitting there all hurt and everything, Kakashi was like, you got a long ways to go. And so Rock Lee hearing that, he's like, no, Guy don't have a long way to go. Like, what's Kakashi talking about? But then he's like, they're all praising Kakashi, Neji and Tintin, like, wow, he's such a good ninja, so cool, so suave. That's why all the girls love him and stuff like that. And Rock Lee's like, you know what? I'm gonna just try to be like him then. I want to be able to be stronger than Guy, and I want to be, I want to be as cool as Kakashi. And so he ends up imitating Kakashi. He ends up going into this mission. He's actually waiting for. We're supposed to be waiting for Kakashi. Kakashi's normally late in missions, so he didn't see Kakashi. And Lee was actually imitating that, being him late, being late. He ends up coming, and he has like this whole Kakashi outfit. He has like the mask part right there at his face. He has everything and stuff. He even has the book. And so he's like, wow, he's gonna imitate Kakashi for this whole thing. So they end up running into these band of people because they need to stop these people from doing what they're doing. I'm not really sure what they were doing, but the whole point is there's like 4 or 5 people there, and Lee ends up coming in right there, and he's like, hi, I'm Kakashi Hazake. He's basically literally imitating him like he's actually Kakashi Sensei. And so the ninjas are like, no, you're not Kakashi Sensei. If you are, where's your Sharingan at? And then I was like, he got the ability to do this. But then he's like, take off the mask, and he has a Sharingan. And he's like, oh. And Neji's like, he's trying to explain to him. He's like, no, this is just contacts. Like anyone can have the Sharingan. And then he's like, BYAKUSHARINGAN. And I was like, oh, that right there was just stupid. But yeah, and then they end up like seeing through that. You're still like Kakashi and everything like that. And so he's like, okay, I'm gonna do the 1,000 Years of Death. He ends up going behind the person. He ends up doing the move. He's like, bam, and it shows like this robot going like poking his butt planet. So yeah, he ends up poking it, but it got blocked. And he's like, what the? And the guy's like, he's like, I've already been hit with that move a long time ago. And he's like, I got hit by the White Fang. So the White Fang, Kakashi's dad used to do that move. So it was a metal plate, and it blocked his butt, and then it's just like that made no freaking sense. And so guys like, not guy, but Rock Lee's like, oh my god, I don't know what to do now and stuff, and they're all feeling discouraged and everything, and Lee's about to get hit, but then Guy comes, and then it shows how Guy's always been there for Lee, and regardless of how cool he is, Guy's his own person. He has his own coolness factor and everything. And so, he ends up Rock Lee ends up ripping the suit off, and he's like, oh, I'm always gonna follow you, Guy, and stuff. And they're like, okay, let's do this, let's get serious. And so they end up defeating the people by doing a trio of 1,000 Fingers of Death, basically, and they break through the metal plate in their butt. And so then, as like part of the last episode, part of the end of the episode is that. When Kakashi said you have a long ways to go, he didn't mean Guy Sensei having a long ways to go. He acknowledged him as a rival a long time ago. He meant by his 1,000 Year of Death has a long way to go compared to his father's. So it's just like that was the whole misunderstanding that was going on with the episode. Now it was really funny. I really enjoyed this one. Yeah. So leave a comment below and tell me what you think of this episode, because I actually the second part of this episode was really funny. Yeah, like this review and subscribe to my channel for some more Naruto SD Rock Lee Springtime of Youth reviews. So yeah, it's been the Breakmaster, episode 4 of Rock Lee Springtime of Youth. Until then, break out.